makes the world's best food for the world's best kids. No, not that kid, this kid. You can leave this kid alone for 10 minutes and they won't destroy your house.
Yeah!
With these kids, you can actually sleep in. And shopping never ends in tears.
Ezra, please.
Maybe being a human parent is overrated. So if you're gonna have a kid, make it a furry one and feed them Halo Elevate. Natural, science-based nutrition for their optimal health. Halo, the world's best food for the world's best kids.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rebecca. Let's talk about how millennial women are choosing pets, dogs and cats, over babies. There was a recent study that came out that said that 70% of millennial women are choosing pets, dogs and cats over children. We're going to jump into it, but before we do, please give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe down below because I'm on the road to 100,000 subscribers and I'm almost at 70,000 subscribers. So I'd love to have you here. Subscribe to the channel, be a part of the community, and let's get into this video, shall we? All right, guys, before we jump into the actual article, I just wanted to note that this is a Psychology Today article. Now, I'm not a big fan of Psychology Today just because I think a lot of it is written by feminists for women, to be completely honest. But I think that this is a pretty good article and we're just going to talk through it. We're going to discuss it. And if you guys have any comments, please leave them down below. I'd love to hear what you have to say about this video as we go through it. All right. So the title of this article says, "For millennial women, are dogs and cats a stand-in for kids?" We're going to find out. 70% of child-free women view their pet as a child. All right, let's look at the key points here. 42% of millennial women who don't plan to have children say that the panorama, YouTube censorship, the panorama influenced their decision not to have kids. That's a pretty stark number. Okay, 72% of childless millennial women explicitly state that they prefer the company of their pet over the company of children. Is this shocking? No, because we're seeing this uprise of narcissist women. It's absolutely insane. 69% of millennial women who have chosen not to become a mother say that their pet is easier than having a child. These millennial women are choosing their pets over children, obviously because they don't have to birth them, right? You don't have to birth a pet. You just go get one from the shelter or you buy one. If you're bougie, you just buy a pet. It's really simple, actually. There's not that many hoops to jump through. But obviously, if you want a baby, you have to have a partner or someone that is willing to donate their sperm, okay? And then you have to go through the act of getting pregnant, the egg meeting the sperm. That's how human life begins, okay? So obviously, it requires some work. Then you have 9 months to grow and develop this human baby living inside of you. And then you have to take care of it. So yeah, obviously it's more work. But let's just go through this article because I'm curious to see what they have to say. So when Covina set in, there were many who predicted that lockdowns and restrictions on movement would cause couples to spend more time together, would end up fueling a baby boom. However, exactly the opposite has occurred. Data published by the CDC shows that birth rates in the US reached a record low in 2020. Specifically, there was a 4% decline in the number of US births from the previous year. birth rates have been declining in recent times. However, this figure is double the average yearly decline since 2014, and it represents the lowest number of birth rates since 1979. So, obviously, we've seen a decline in birth rates. It's not a new phenomenon. We've been witnessing this, and it has to do with all of the things that we're seeing in today's society, right? The destruction of the nuclear family, the rise of feminism and modern feminism, to be exact, the complete hatred of men and the patriarchy, and this idea that gets promoted in media and social media and just life in general about marriage and children being a trap and basically a jail sentence. So, this is not very far fetched that we're seeing a decline in birth rates. Honest Pause released data from a survey which focused on 400 millennial women born between 1981 and 1996. Okay, so this is a very small study. 400 women is not that big of a study, but we'll continue. Who have expressed the fact that they don't plan on having kids, neither biologically nor through adoption. Their goal was to understand why these women are opting out of motherhood. These new data also show that for many of these women, pets may be serving as stand in for children. If the message to millennial women and even younger generations of women is focus on yourself and feed your life and manifest all of these things for yourself and don't focus on anyone else except yourself. Well, of course, they're not going to want kids because kids disrupt their lifestyle. They want to travel. They want to, have nights out with the girls. They want to go drink whenever they want to. They want to do whatever they want. They want to focus on building their career. And here's the thing, that is okay, right? That is okay. If you don't want kids, if you don't think that you want kids, that's fine. Those are the consequences that you're going to have to deal with. However, if let's just say the majority of women, or the ever growing majority of women, are saying that they don't want kids and that doesn't change for them at your 30s, that's a problem. If a one-off woman doesn't want to have kids, cool, that's fine, like, do you. But if it's becoming the norm, if it's becoming the majority, we're going to have major issues, because how do you move civilization forward if you don't have children, right? And I'm also not saying to have kids out of wedlock. I think the best way to raise children is with two loving parents that are married, AKA the nuclear family. So I'm not insinuating that women should just go get sperm donors and raise a child as a single parent. I don't think it's beneficial for you as the parent and also the child, because let me tell you, for those women who raise kids without a father, those children grow up to wanting to know who their father is, wanting to have a relationship with their father. And if you have stripped them of that, it's going to cause many problems for those children. Okay? That's what I'm going to say about that. Why millennial women don't want children? Let's get into that topic. Of the women surveyed, 42% who don't plan to have children say that Covina, the panorama, influenced their decision. But it also became quite clear that there were other long-term issues which influenced their decision. Let's find out what those things are. 49% of these women believe people with children are more stressed than people without children. Well, children obviously change your life. I'm not going to argue that. Having my daughter completely changed my life. In my opinion, for the better. I have now taken on more responsibility. Obviously, I'm caring for another human. So yeah, that comes with stress and anxiety about how I'm raising my baby, but I would also say that it comes with an immense amount of joy and happiness and contentment, and just watching my baby develop just in the first year has been insane and amazing and fulfilling to me. So, yes, of course, it comes with stress, more stress, but it also comes with fulfillment and a new level of purpose that most single people will never reach because they're not taking care of another human being, their own offspring, right? It creates a new level of your personality and your development as a human being. 41% say that they don't want to raise a child in the world's current conditions. If you take the average person today, right, with the income, the way of lifestyle that they're living, just the accessibility to food and water and all of these things, we have a higher quality of life today than any of our previous ancestors. And you're also creating better humans so that they can make changes in the world. That's always been the goal of human civilization, that your offspring have a better life than you had. 42% don't feel there is enough programs and resources available, such as affordable healthcare and childcare to help parents raise a child. I'm telling you, this is 2022. I am a stay-at-home mom. I make money on YouTube, right? I work from home. We live primarily off of my husband's income. We live in an area that is not a huge city, right? It's not New York City, it's not San Francisco. So we can get a better piece of property. We can have lower rent, we can have a lower mortgage. So I am the childcare. I'm the one who provides it. And I think that a lot of women don't understand this fact. You can work from home. In fact, 2020 basically opened that up to women, to working from home, to building their own businesses from their house. I think a lot of people are operating in fear of what ifs and, oh, I'm not qualified right now. No one's qualified. No one's qualified to have kids. So that's what I'm going to say about that. 38% feel that raising a child requires too much energy and time. Yeah, because you've literally been thinking about yourself and yourself only for the last, I don't know, 20 something years, 30 something years. Of course, it's going to be too much time and energy. 33% feel that raising a child will infringe on their freedom. Again, this selfish mentality, this selfish nature that women are living in. 32% say that they're prioritizing their career or education. Is that shocking? No, it's not. This is literally what the propaganda teaches women. Go get your education, go get your career, focus on yourself. Children and family are a trap and you shouldn't want them. But true equality and true feminism would say that you would present both options and allow women to choose what they wanted. But no, stifle the voices of more traditional women and prop up the voices of these angry feminists. And of course, this is what you're going to get. Of course, this is going to be the result. Other pathways to a happy life. Let's hear what that is. The survey results show that millennial women who decided to live a child-free lifestyle are trying to create a fulfilling life in a multitude of other ways. 43% are building a career and professional life. 43% are focusing on their life with a romantic partner. 41% are pursuing personal projects. 40% are enjoying hobbies. Furthermore, a third of these respondents, 33%, say that caring for their pets is more rewarding to them than the idea of raising a child. Guys, you can't make this stuff up, okay? Women, specifically women, are putting diapers on their dogs and cats with bowel problems and urinary problems. But raising a child is less rewarding than putting diapers on your dog or cat that's having problems, this blows my mind. The role of pets in childless millennial lifestyle. In this survey, 70% of women who have chosen not to have children view their dog or cat as their child. 70% of them, right? You see it. Dog mom, cat mom. That's more rewarding than raising a baby. Okay. However, the door still seems to be open toward eventually having children, since 66 view caring for their pet as practice for one day having a child if they were ever to change their mind. Okay, that's a great sign. However, I'd argue that most of these women are going to be too late to the game because millennials are in their 30s right now. I'm a millennial, right? I'm a elder millennial, but a millennial nonetheless. And a lot of us are in our 30s. So it's going to be a lot more difficult for these women to have children, especially more than one in their late 30s. So, oh yeah, maybe eventually you'll change your mind. Well, eventually it'll be too late. That's the harsh reality. And then you're going to have to get more dogs and cats to cope with your loneliness. 72 explicitly state that they prefer the company of their pet over company of children. Well, of course, other kids are not your kids. Okay? You are not going to have the same love for another child than your own child. 69% saying having a pet is easier than having a child. Childless people don't understand this until you have a kid. You really don't. You think you have this perception. You have this perception, but until you are in it, until you are living with your offspring, with the child that you created, you're not going to know what that love looks like. The love you have for your pet is like nothing compared to the love you're going to have for your child. And I'm saying this for the majority of people. I know there are the one-off situations where, the mother doesn't love the child. I get it. It happens, okay? But the majority will feel that love over the love they have for the dog. And this happens to a lot of people. They have a baby, they have a dog for a couple of years, then have a baby, and then the dog that gets neglected because the love of a child trumps the love of a dog or a pet. 52% say that it's easier to find care for a pet if they need to leave their home for an extended period of time. Yeah, but you're still paying an exorbitant amount of money for pet care, pet hotels. Do you know how much those things cost, especially for a week or 2 weeks? Boarding a dog is really expensive. 49% say that they can leave their pet at home if they need to run errands. Yeah, you could. But you know what's also easier? Instacart. Like all of these things exist today. All of these conveniences. Since I gave birth, I haven't been to the grocery store. I've maybe been to the grocery store a handful of times when James is home to watch the baby. But the majority of time, I have Instacart. And it saves me so much time and actually saves me a lot of money because I'm not walking down the aisles. So, yeah, it's these conveniences, these apps are everywhere. 48% say that the cost of caring for a pet is lower. Yeah, it is, until your dog gets sick, needs hip surgery, needs all of these other things. Yeah, of course. But they comes with the cost. Again, these people are trying to compare apples and oranges. 42% say that caring for a pet is less stressful. Again, apples and oranges. 49% say that it's less time consuming to care for a pet. That is the key. Less time consuming. They want to live their lifestyle, their freedom. They want to have it. They want to have drinks with the girls. They want to be out and about. They want to focus on their career. And the dog can stay at home and it'll be fine. Right? But the time it takes to raise a child, of course, it's more time consuming because you're developing another human being. But again, it is more fulfilling. 39% say they have greater flexibility in their day to day life with a pet compared to a child. That's exactly what I just said before. So, yeah, guys, that's the video. So yeah, those are the stats, right? More women, more millennial women are choosing to have pets, dogs and cats, over children. But children and family and marriage are a trap. It's a jail sentence. And that's what we're fed all the time. This does not shock me in the least. They're scaring women into not wanting these things, not desiring these things. But inside, they're crumbling. Inside, they're trying to dampen down their desires. This is what modern society has bred. Okay? This idea that pets are better than children. Let me know what you guys have to say down in the comments below. I am curious to hear what you have to say. And if you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Help me in the algorithm. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. Join the community, join the club here. Help me get to 100,000 subscribers. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.